Hi guys, today we are going to be making Khow Suey. This is a Burmese recipe, basically a one-pot meal in which we can integrate as many vegetables as we want. It's very healthy and it's extremely tasty. It's minimal effort and it can work both as a good a la carte meal as well as something you can put up for a nice buffet or a nice brunch with your friends. Now I'm going to show you what I'll be using to prepare my Khow Suey today. So first is my ginger, garlic and onion paste, which I've made using one onion, a little bit of ginger and some garlic. I've taken mushrooms, which I've diced. I've taken some broccoli, which I've blanched for about 10 to 20 seconds. I've taken carrots, which I've again blanched for 10 or 20 seconds. Here I have beans. These have not blanched because I feel they will cook perfectly once I put them in my Khow Suey. These are some spring onions for garnish. This is some coconut milk. That's some turmeric. That is some gram flour basin, which will act as a thickener. So these are my selection of vegetables, the ones I like, but you can add any other vegetable as you may prefer. Other than that, this is a vegetarian version of a Khow Suey and it's usually prepared this way, but if you would like to add any meats, go ahead, saute them and put it in your one pot Khow Suey and it will make for a delicious meal. And I'll be showing you a different version of a Khow Suey today, so I think that will also give you some ideas as to how you can experiment with it. Here I've got some boiled noodles, I've got some lemongrass as well as some spring onion which I grow in my own garden. So we can use any type of noodles for this. I have used rice vermicelli in the past, but today I'm going to be using regular noodles which are easily available. Now we're going to start preparing our Khow Suey. So here I'm using my corning ware which is heat resistant, and we'll start by adding oil to the vessel. I think I'm going to add a little more. I'm going to increase the heat slightly. I'm going to be adding lemongrass to it, so I'm just going to give it a nice twist to sort of squeeze out all the juices and then crush it and add it inside my pot. So the rawness of the ginger, garlic and onion seems to have disappeared, and I think I'm ready to add my gram flour or basin to this. This will provide the kind of thickness that is required for the soupy noodle to have the right kind of consistency where it's not too thin. The gram flour seems to be cooked. This is where I'm going to add water. This is about half a liter of water, and I'm going to whisk my gram flour in. In order to avoid lumps, I'm just going to keep whisking it till I feel that it has a smoother consistency. Just going to add a pinch of turmeric. This will act as a color enhancer. I think a little more turmeric won't hurt. I'm going to increase the heat a little. I think we are ready to put in our vegetables. So I'm going to start with the beans because these are the only vegetables which have not blanched and will take longer to cook. I'm going to put the lid on and let this cook for a minute or two. Now I'm going to add the other vegetables and let this simmer. So first goes the carrots. Second would be broccoli. And mushrooms I'm going to add a bit later because they cook really fast. I think now is the time to add our mushrooms. This has started thickening. So we are reaching the desired consistency. So before adding the coconut milk, I'm going to season this nice looking broth. First, I'm going to add salt and also some pepper. Again, it's optional, but obviously it tastes nice. I'm going to give it a nice stir. I think this would be the correct time to remove the lemongrass. So I'm just going to do this. I won't recommend you to use your hand because I'm not sure if everybody is comfortable touching this hot thing. But use a tongue and remove it. And I think I've got another piece, so I'm going to remove that as well. I think we are ready to add our coconut milk. So this is about 200 ml of coconut milk, and here it goes. I'm going to use my whisk to mix it all in. I also recommend seasoning it a little more once we've added the coconut milk. Another good addition to this meal could be sugar. So I usually add sugar to neutralize the flavors and it works beautifully. It's optional, but I recommend that you do it. I'm going to add about this much of sugar, maybe half a spoon more, and that's about it. I think I've left one sprig here, so I'm going to remove that gently. I'm going to let this pot simmer while I do some prep for my plating. Pan. I'm going to increase the flame a little. Add a dash of oil. This is a completely optional step and also avoidable if you're vegetarian. I have a bowl here, so I'm going to break my egg into this. I'm going to make a sunny side up style egg. So I like to have it nice and crisp. It's done. I would have preferred if the yolk was in the center, but these things happen when you're working in the kitchen. Not everything goes as anticipated, but it's okay, we'll make up for it. Now we're going to start plating up, which is my favorite part of the whole meal because then we get to eat. So I'm going to take a little generous roll of my boiled noodles. Just enough. And now we're going to start plating up. So here are my spring onions. This is my red chili pepper. Look how nice and bright these colors look. You can also use chili flakes in case you do not have these red chili peppers. These are my moong dal sprouts. I'm going to add a dash of them. There is some green chili vinegar for everybody who enjoys a little spice in their food. Here are my fried onions. I am a little generous with these because I love the caramelized flavor of onions. These are peanuts. Again, the crunch is amazing. This is some chili infused oil, which I'm going to just add a dash of. Enhances the color. And this is some crispy garlic. Now I'm going to pour in my Khow Suey, star item of the dish. Give it a nice stir. And people usually mix it up, but I'm just going to add it on the side. This allows you to mix things up according to how much of liquid you like with your noodles. For me, I'm done. Is my fried egg, which I'm going to transfer to my plate. And again, just some red chili peppers on top for adding that extra bit of green. And we are good to go. Grilled paneer.